Random disclaimer.
And we're back again with another video talking about movies. Let me get on my YouTube tip. Gotta evoke your emotions. Hey, is there a movie out there that you saw recently in the past when you was a kid and you thought to yourself, if I was stuck in here, I would really fucking hate to be here? Which movie would that be? Because I got five quickly off the dome. 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't remember how I'm posting these videos. All I know is that I'm trying to stay consistent like I promised y'all back in January. Give me a hand clap. I want to go over movies that I would hate to live in. Hate. I saw a movie cover and that movie is in my little countdown. I have 5 movies I want to go over real quick, not a video essay. I'm not going to be here for an hour rambling. Y'all probably can't hear some of the words I'm saying because I don't be enunciating my words. Please bear with me. Blame the education system. But before I go over my countdown, go ahead and leave a like because I like it, and leave a comment because I'm a talker. I like to talk. And go ahead and share it because you love me and it's free. Without further ado, let's go talk about these 5 movies in no particular order. It is random 5 movies that I would just hate to live in. Let's go. Also, excuse the raspy voice. It's 4 in the morning. Have I heard of that Broadway called Cats? It's literally cats. And cats just singing and dancing and being naked and shit. Yeah, they made a well, not they, but somebody decided, hey, let's make a movie based off of that musical. And it was released back in 2019. And when I first heard about it, I was like, if I give you nightmares tonight, I apologize. You can go get some therapy for this. If you look at the cats, right? Look at the proportions. That shit is creepy as hell. And I believe, and I'm not mistaken, some of these cats were inconsistent throughout the movie. Sometimes they look bigger, sometimes they look smaller, and the way their eyes look too. If you look at their eyes, I don't remember if they used the actors or actresses' actual eyes or they did a CGI over them, but they look lifeless. They're soul eaters, and it look like I need to pull out some holy water and stomp them with both feet with some Timbs on. It's freaking crazy. And then they have bizarre movement. And I didn't look behind the scenes on how they created this movie because this movie had traumatized me and I was not interested. Actually, I'm traumatized now. I'm not interested in looking at how they made this, but the movement that they had in the movie, like I said, they're trying to resemble cats. They got these grown ass people trying to mimic cat movements. I don't know if it's CGI to be the determining factor of why they were moving so weird, and the weird atmosphere. I know they're trying to bring the musical to life in the movie, but the atmosphere was weird. It was gloomy, and yeah, they're trying to be all cheering and stuff. There's some serious moments, but it was still disturbing. I can't do it. Now, if I was chilling in this universe, not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be in my apartment huddled in a corner scared. But the funny part is I shouldn't be too scared because Mass is probably gonna be a creepy ass cat too, and that's what's disturbing me because I don't want that. You don't want that. Let's move on to the next movie. Please get me out of this movie. Have anyone seen or read the book called Where the Wild Things Are? I read it back in the early 2000s. Wow, and I wasn't too fond of it because the monsters was too creepy to me. I was reading it and I thought to myself, this is a kid's book in the freaking library and y'all want me to check this book out and read it. You fucking nuts. And I took it home because my school said I had to read a certain amount of books every month, because I need a star. Being an overachiever, I decided to check out the book, went ahead and read it. And all the monsters was creepy, like I mentioned a couple seconds before. Turned that shit in the next day and never touched again. And these ninjas in Hollywood decided to make a movie out of it. Are y'all freaking nuts? The monster designs are still creepy in the movie. They are big and furry. They have oversized heads and they have human-like eyes. Are you serious? Then the monsters are emotionally unstable, and I believe they're emotionally unstable in the book too. But I got to see it live in the movie because I thought to myself, oh, they're probably gonna make it cute. That's why I went to the movie. So before y'all get on my ass talk about that the book traumatized you, why you watching the movie, you idiot? Look, I thought it's gonna make it cutesy. They put it off as a kid-friendly movie, but I should have saw the previews. I should have paid attention. But no, Asia had to be young, not have a job back in 2009, and go with my family. Boo-hoo, how dare I? Now, if I got popped into this movie as Max for some weird reason, if I was I'll probably cry, and I probably would not survive, and I'll probably find the best opportunity to get the fuck off the island. If I have to die trying like 50 Cent, I'm about to die trying in the ocean, because you ain't gonna have me in here with these fucking monsters. Or what I could do is disappoint Captain Planet and devise a plan to burn on the whole island and me on it, because I'm not doing this. But what if I turn into a monster? Like, what if I got put into this movie and I was one of the monsters? I don't want to have a bobblehead. I don't want to have claws. And I'm not trying to be furry all over. I already got skin. It's already hot out here in this bitch. And I have fur on top of that. No. And I don't have disposable fun. Wait, hold on, what's it called? The disposable. I don't know. I got thumb. What, they got like 4 claws? No, it sounds like a hard life. I gotta hunt for food. I'd rather go to my fucking job, get some money, go to the grocery store and go buy the shit and cook it. No, next. This movie was going to be in a different video later on this year, but I thought to myself, this is better suited in this video and the other 5 movie ideas I had for later on this year. It's gonna have to be, but this movie is The Strangers, and The Strangers was released in 2008, and this movie was about this couple being terrorized by 3 psychopaths that's trying to kill them for they had no legitimate reason, and they had masks on, and they were sneaky as shit. For some reason, they were powerful. No, sorry, not they, but that big ass dude was kind of powerful, and they had weapons. And I was sitting here watching the whole movie, and I was young too. I saw that movie with my friend Gabby. Her name Gabe now. It was I didn't know what disturbed me back in the day, but now since I'm older now, I realize I don't like when people have hopelessness, and I hate when people are masked up. And the funny part is, towards the end of the movie, they never unmask them. I don't know who these people are. During the movie, the couple was running around their house trying to hide. They barely fought, and as they were running around, I was looking in the background. I was like, that's a weapon. That's a weapon. That could be a weapon too, but I just feel like they made a few decisions that they shouldn't have made. And plus, they had no cell phone reception, and they had no house phone. Come on, my goodness. And this is why I don't like to have a house in a isolated area, because what if something like this happened and I gotta run for help? It might get my neighbors murked, but at least I have a fighting chance. But no, I need to have a house near some freaking neighbors, because they had nowhere to go. The killers were a few steps ahead, and the whole time I was watching this, when I was a little young adolescent with no bills, living my best life, how are they ahead of them like this? How are they going to get out of this? And spoiler alert, they never got out of it. Yeah, the couple got murked, and these 3 people went into the sunset to kill some more people, I guess. And the words on the screen after, I saw the ending and I was mortified, that traumatized me to this day. They said, these killers were never found. And I was like, are these niggas real? Or are they real? Because where the FBI at? Oh, this movie. So this movie called The Quiet Place. Oh my goodness. I am a talker. I like to be loud. I like to be rambunctious. I like to say ridiculous things. And The Quiet Place is where I do not want to be. There are animals. Sorry, demons. I'm sorry, aliens. I don't know what they freaking call, but they respond to sound. They're blind, and you have to be eerily quiet, or quiet as you can, or be located in a place where you can conceal your noise. What if you pregnant and your baby coming and these aliens came down from the sky and they infested the earth just like they did in the freaking movie? What else? What if you got a cough? What if you got allergies? Too many things is going to get you clapped out. What if you have a kid who likes loud toys? Guess what, little Timmy? That shit ain't going to happen no more. You got to be quiet. Shh. Be real quiet. And I already know what's going to take me out. Think about it. You're in this world. You got to be quiet. You are at the will of these little monsters. You got to be brutal. You got to have survival skills. You got to be relentless. You got to be ready to have some loss. And you got to be ready to defeat any threats. And I already know what's going to take me out. I already know. I thought through everything that I can fuck up on. It's my snoring. I went hunted, got some fish or some rabbit, took it back to the crib, went ahead and cooked it up, had some rice with it, ate it, feeling real good. I had a good exercise because I was in the woods. I was hunting. I was being Xena the warrior in the woods. And I get to that cot or a mattress or I don't know what I'm laying on, the concrete with a nice little blanket, and it's cold in that bitch. And I get nice and comfortable. I'm gonna have a good snore. I'm out. My whole camp is gone because I decide to have sleep problems. It's crazy. Next. Last but certainly not least, there is a movie back in the day. My coworkers had to tell me about it. I felt a little young, you know, a little young in my 30s. And it's a movie called NeverEnding Story. Based on my audience, I know a good chunk of y'all do not know what this movie is. So I'm gonna do something different. I'm going to tell you a quick little synopsis. So the NeverEnding Story was released in 1984. The main character is Bastion, and Bastion was on his way to school and he ducks in a bookstore to avoid some bullies. And look, I'm getting tired of these bullies, but it was a bunch of them back in the 80s. But hey, stick up to them, beat their ass, and a lot of them's going to turn away. Anyway, my bad. Besides the point, you know, this is not a PSA. But sneaking away with a book in his little hiding spot. It's called The NeverEnding Story. So homie, he starts reading a book in the school's attic, and the novel is about Fantasia, whatever it's called, a fantasy land that's threatened by the nothing, and it's a darkness that destroys everything it touches. It sounds like a couple Marvel movies, but let's move on. The kingdom needs the help of a human child. Guess what? It's the main character, him. And when Bastion is reading the description of himself in the book, he starts to wonder if Fantasia is real and needs him to survive. And in the whole, well, not the whole movie, but the majority of the movie is in this Fantasia land. And when I tell you these creatures, maybe because it's the 80s and they didn't know how to make cutesy creatures look, it is freaking terrifying. The flying dragon, Falcor, that thing, that part traumatized me. Yeah, it's other creatures and other species in there. I get it. They were creepy too, but the one that takes the cake and probably put this movie on this list is because of Falcor. Falcor is supposed to be a luck dragon, and I am afraid of giants. And oh my goodness, when I found out pretty much Falcor behind the scenes, I saw like a behind the scenes thing when I was Googling and stuff. Oh, which never saw it. Yeah, that's a big ass prop. Like, it was a real ass prop. Now, moving past Falcor, because it traumatized me, but throughout the whole adventure through Fantasia, it's filled with like bizarre things and dangerous elements. And I was thinking to myself, if I was the main character, there's unexpected danger. I might get a limb cut off. And also, it's creepy and it has a depressing undertone. Maybe because the main character is being bullied and stuff. Probably that's why it loomed in this movie. You know, that's kind of depressing, but everything's all eerie. And like I mentioned, it might be because it's the 80s. There's a lot of people who loved it. I was talking to my coworkers and they were raving about this movie, but I was on when I was fucking terrified. So am I a weak bitch? I don't know. Those are my 5. These movies are creepy to me. I have a bunch others, but I don't feel like making this movie. Sorry, I'm talking about movie now. Movie. I don't want to make this video an hour long. I'm cool on that. Everybody got short attention spans thanks to Tiki Talk. But if you have any movies that you want to share, let me know. If it's something I misspoke about or something that I missed, please let me know. I don't mind being corrected. I really don't care. We homies, right? Just tell me, bro. Also, let me know what else you want me to cover, what else that you like or dislike, zippity doo-dah. But other than that, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching it. And deuces, I'm out.